It is Monday, April 11th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we have 13 games on the slate. We got a favorite run line, money line, player prop, and no run first inning coming your guys' way.
Since baseball season started, we've gained a lot of subscribers, which Austin and I are so thankful for. Let's make a short-term goal of 31,000. You know, we're on the road, to 40K, eventually 100K. So we really can't do it without you guys' support. So hit that subscribe button. Maybe you are new. Maybe you are new to the Calling Our Shot community. Welcome. And also drop a like on the video. It does help us out.
100%. And maybe we have a lot of new NBA players here because, we do our daily NBA videos. And sadly, no basketball on today. We'll have some play-in game videos tomorrow. So definitely be on the lookout for those. But hit that subscribe button if you are new. Also, we have to say shout out to our COS All-Stars. We appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. It's our YouTube membership. Only costs $2.99 a month. That's less than the price of coffee. If you want to become an All-Star for all the plays we give you guys, plus you get the plays early, you can hit that join button on the channel. Click the link in the description. And I'll probably put it in the pinned comment as well. We appreciate it. Our newest All-Stars, I'm Kid Trunks, Jay Sinkus, 23, Bernardo, Chad Tucker, Victor, and 20 MGAPXL. We appreciate you guys all for supporting the channel. We really can't do it without you guys, so thank you again. And as a reminder, we're doing our parlays of the day. We do them every day, Monday through Friday. We don't really do one on Saturday and Sunday, although we did have a same-game parlay, which got so close, Logan, but we did not get that one. But we'll have our parlay of the day posted on OddsJam. Will be an article put at the top of the description. We'll update it sometime later on this morning. Without further ado, Logan, I'm going to throw it to you. Let's recap yesterday, and we had another good day in the MLB.
Absolutely, another winning day. That's 6-2 in our last 2 days. 3-1 last night. So Guardians money line.
I got to say, you did the Guardians money line call was 17-3. Okay, you can keep going. Sorry to cut you off.
That was one of my better picks. Cardinals run line. That was one of my not better picks. The Steven Matz just got absolutely. He was hosting batting practice. That was a tough one there. Scooble, good job on the player prop, Austin. You're absolutely killing it. Cash that one in over and earned runs. And the run first inning in Giants versus Marlins. Cash it. Nerfy Nation. Good start to the season. Hope to continue it again today. But without further ado, let's talk about today's picks. And we are starting in the Rockies versus Rangers game. I'm going ahead and I'm taking Rangers money line, minus 135 odds on DraftKings, as Austin's pulling up on the screen. Our partner OddsJam is exactly how, we find this value. And you know what? I'm comfortable with it. It has shifted a little bit since I was doing my research last night. It has shifted, heavily, kind of Rangers. But you know what? Texas, they're batting .333 versus left-handed pitchers this year. We've got the battle of the lefties on the mound, right? Back in their series versus the Blue Jays, 8, 3, and 12 runs scored. So, I mean, they're definitely bringing the bats, this time of year, which is something, you tend to worry about, like slow starting offense, not for the Rangers, right? Now, Colorado batting .267 versus left-handed pitchers this year. As I mentioned, it is the battle of the lefties. So definitely edge, though, Rangers in this one. The Rockies played well versus the Dodgers, shocked a lot of people. If you kept picking Dodgers, I'm sorry. The Rockies didn't care about your feelings, right? But I do expect the Texas bats to be a little bit better than Colorado. Now, starting pitching, Gomber, 6.22 road ERA back in 2021. I mean, that's pretty high, right? Anything over 6 is a high ERA. Hearn, 5.03 home ERA, but that was his rookie year. So, I mean, it's a little on the higher side, but you know what? Nothing catastrophic, nothing 7 or 12, nothing crazy like that. But lastly, I do want to mention something about, a road trend last year. Colorado only batted .217 on the road back in 2021. It was one of those things you've always faded the road Rockies because for some reason away from Coors Field, they could not hit. So do trends repeat themselves in 2022 and the Rockies forget to bring the bats today? It's possible. We saw it last year. It's definitely possible. That's why I am taking Rangers money line in the start of this series. Austin, so let's switch over to player props. What you got for us?
So first off, I really like the Rangers pick. I mean, no one expected them to come out firing, but them and the Rockies have probably stole a lot of money this weekend, over the first couple of days, because people were just hammering the Blue Jays, hammering the Dodgers, and the Rockies and Rangers said, no, we're taking those coins. But I like the pick. Now I'm going to go to one. We've been taking some juiced props over the past couple of days. Today we're not doing that. We're taking one that is plus value, and we're going Aaron Savale under 3.5 strikeouts, plus 118 on FanDuel. Now, I'm going to pull it up on OddsJam, and one of the biggest reasons I like it, and you'll see why, is that we got a plus expected value bet. So that is why a big reason we like to take some of these picks is that we got odds jam sharper books. They got the under at -110, and we're getting plus 118 value on FanDuel. Can't really beat that, in my opinion. Now, Savale, he had a decent spring training. I won't lie to you. He was decent, and he was decent all last year. But one of the reasons we're here and we're going to be doing pitchers that are facing the Royals pretty often this season, because last season, Royals struck out the third fewest times in the MLB. They were a very good team that hits for contact. Now, they might not put up, 10 runs a game, but they're still going to hit for contact. And we saw that exactly play out in our first player prop, which was our only L of the year when we took Shane Bieber's over like 5.5, 6.5 strikeouts. He only came out with 4. Now, they were third last year, fewest strikeouts. This year they said not enough. They're second fewest. So they're only one other team in the MLB has had fewer strikeouts. Now, I understand we're only 3-4 games into the season, but still a pretty good trend. Now, we saw Savale hit this over pretty frequently, and we need him to go under tonight. But in 2 matchups versus KC last season, just 3 and 2 strikeouts. They were hitting him pretty well. And we look at the Guardian starters so far. Bieber had 4 Ks, but he's a strikeout specialist. We saw Plesac with 3. Quantrell went 5 innings and still only had 2 Ks yesterday. And we also have to think about on the flip side, the Guardians absolutely laid the wood on him yesterday. 17-3 final score. Normally, we don't see teams lay the wood on them 2 times in a row. And so I think the Royals do a big bounce back performance. Maybe they get after Savale pretty easily. I like the plus value at plus 118. So that's my one player prop of the day. Can we hit 4 in a row? Who says no? But I'm in for it. Logan, give me your second pick of the day.
I would absolutely love that. You've been on a little bit of a heater. Let's continue that. But let's go back to the game picks. Mariners versus Twins. And I'm taking Mariners money line in the first 5 innings, plus 120 odds on MGM as Austin's pulling up here. So look, the last pick I had, the value shifted away from our favorite. This one, I've been tracking the odds. It has shifted in our favor. MGM, obviously, the best one to pick there. But you know what? If you've never done really a first 5 money line bet, you have a chance if they are tied at the end of the first 5 innings to get your money back if they're tied. So we're not taking a first 5 spread. That's the kind of difference, because we took, I think the first day we took Brewers run line in the first 5 innings, and you know what, they have to be leading. This one, they could be tied and you still get your money back, but we would love the Mariners to be leading. Now, Flexen, 3.46 ERA versus the Twins in 2021. He should be pitching today. 1.25 whip back in 2021 as well. Now, that's not too high of a whip for me to be concerned, but the other side of the mound, I think we definitely have the pitching matchup in this one, because I don't like Dylan Bundy one bit. 4.26 ERA versus the Mariners in 2021 and a 1.36 whip also in 2021 as well. I faded Dylan Bundy a lot last year. I just don't think he's all that good. He's a little bit erratic as a pitcher, kind of like what we did when we faded Bubic yesterday. I'm very comfortable going against Bundy and relying on the Mariners to do some damage in the first 5 innings with him. Minnesota only batting 167 versus right-handed pitchers this year. Yesterday they scored 10 runs. You're looking at the box score and you're like, wow, that's a lot. Well, that was versus left-handed pitcher yesterday. Left-handed pitching starting, but I mean, Seattle batting 230 versus right-handed pitchers, and as opposed to only 0.083 versus left-handed pitchers. So Seattle definitely likes the righties, whereas Minnesota likes the lefties. So I know it's early. We just got to pick up on trends as they're coming. Obviously, there's a lot of randomness in baseball, but Seattle also, for what it's worth, 2-1 in the first 5 innings versus Minnesota on this series so far. Let's make it 3-1 today. I absolutely love the value at plus 120 in the Flexen versus Bundy matchup. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and lock in Mariners first 5. But let's transition into Nerfy Nation, Austin. Let's give the people exactly what they want. Where are we going?
It is Nerfy Nation time. We are 3-1 on the year. We know Nerfies can sometimes be hard to bet, but this is what we're riding with today. We're going Padres versus Giants. No run first inning, minus 105 on FanDuel. Now, we go back to Odds Jam, and, we were looking at different odds. We see a couple different books are all over the place. BetMGM got at minus 130. They're normally a decently sharp book. Then we got FanDuel at minus 105. So I expect this to finish in that minus 115-ish area, kind of where Caesars is at. But we really like this one. Now, it's no surprise that yesterday we were on the no run first inning of the Giants game. And why is that? Because they haven't scored a first inning run all season long. Well, who else hasn't scored a first inning run? the Padres. Both teams have not put up a first inning run yet, and both teams are really struggling at that top half of their order. Now we look at you look at the Nerfy cashed in all 3 games for the San Francisco Giants so far, and only cashed in 3 of 4 because the Diamondbacks ruined one of those. But look at Alex Wood on the mound for the Giants, 3.58 ERA at home in 2021. There's not a lot of power in that first half of the San Diego lineup. And look, we're just asking for 6 quick outs. That's all we're asking for. But what about the other side of the coin, Logan?
Yeah, so Nick Martinez. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This was a little bit shaky. Nick Martinez spent his last few years pitching in Japan. He should be starting for the Padres today. At least he's scheduled to start. He had a decent spring training, so that's always something good. And you know what? Kind of the wild card in this one. It's kind of hard to study for a pitcher that hasn't even been pitching in the league. In the past season. So the batters haven't really seen him. They don't know what to expect from him. And lastly, San Francisco's offense, they haven't looked as explosive as 2021, right? They're putting up a lot of home runs, a lot of runs at ease. And that in the series versus the Marlins, they won a few games, but their bats weren't always there. So that's why I'm definitely feeling comfortable in the no-run first inning. I think we have a really good chance at cashing this one.
Yeah, and the values there. We don't like taking no run first innings that are minus 135, things like that, because you never know. One quick home run and you're done. But the minus 105 on FanDuel is pretty good for 2 teams that still haven't kind of found their offense yet. And so we're going to ride with it, minus 105. Hopefully we can go to 4-1 on Nerfies. But those are our 4 official plays. We'd love another 3-1 day. We'd love a 4-0 day to bring out the Bruins. But as always, make sure you guys are doing your research. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep coming back every single day. We appreciate you guys all for joining the community. If you want to become a COS All-Star, click that join button on the channel or the link in the description. But that's further ado. That's MLB for April 11th. We'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Peace out.